In this episode, Chris Donaldson, a former police officer with extensive experience in firearms and public order, discusses the current state of policing in the UK and the evolving relationship between the police and the public. The conversation delves into various issues, including the concept of two-tier policing, the impact of social media on public perception, and the challenges faced by police officers in a rapidly changing environment. The term two-tier policing has emerged as a criticism of how different communities perceive police treatment. Donaldson acknowledges that there is a sentiment among certain groups, particularly white working-class individuals, who feel they are treated more harshly than ethnic minorities. He explains that historically, the police have had issues with minority communities, particularly the West Indian and Black communities, but now there is a growing perception among conservative communities that they are being unfairly targeted. This shift in public sentiment reflects a broader societal change, where different groups feel marginalized or misrepresented by law enforcement. Donaldson emphasizes that the British police are often held accountable for actions taken by American police, despite the significant differences in policing practices between the two countries. He points out that the British police are unarmed, which sets them apart from their American counterparts, and that the public's perception of policing is often influenced by media portrayals and high-profile incidents. The rise of social media has transformed how police actions are perceived and judged. Donaldson notes that police officers are now acutely aware that their actions can be recorded and shared online, often out of context. This creates a challenging environment where officers must navigate public scrutiny while performing their duties. He argues that the police need to improve their public relations efforts to clarify incidents and support their officers, as the current narrative often focuses on negative portrayals. Donaldson also highlights the difficulties faced by officers in high-pressure situations where split-second decisions can lead to severe consequences. He believes that the police need to be backed by senior officers and the public relations machinery to ensure that they can perform their duties effectively without fear of being thrown under the bus. The conversation shifts to the challenges of recruiting and retaining police officers. Donaldson reveals that many officers are disillusioned and feel unsupported by senior management, leading to a decline in morale and an increase in officers leaving the force. He points out that a significant number of firearms and public order officers have handed in their voluntary tickets, indicating a lack of confidence in the support they will receive in difficult situations. He stresses the importance of attracting good candidates to the police force, regardless of their background, and argues that the police need to relaunch their image to encourage more people to join. Donaldson believes that the police should focus on effective crime investigation and community engagement to rebuild public trust. Diversity initiatives within the police force have sparked debate about their effectiveness and impact on recruitment. Donaldson acknowledges the importance of representation, but cautions against the notion that simply increasing diversity will solve the underlying issues within policing. He argues that officers must be prepared for the realities of the job, which often involve making difficult decisions that may not be well received by the communities they serve. He also addresses concerns about the physical capabilities of officers, particularly female officers, in high-stress situations. While he recognizes that physical fitness is important, he emphasizes that effective communication and conflict resolution skills are equally vital. Donaldson shares his experiences working alongside female officers who have successfully diffused tense situations through their interpersonal skills. As the conversation progresses, Donaldson expresses his belief that the UK needs more armed officers to address the increasing threats posed by terrorism and violent crime. He argues that well-trained armed officers can provide a sense of security and confidence for both the public and their colleagues. He acknowledges the concerns surrounding armed policing, but believes that the benefits of having a robust firearms capability outweigh the risks. Donaldson highlights the rigorous training that armed officers undergo, which not only prepares them for the physical demands of the job, but also instills a strong sense of judgment and decision-making. He advocates for raising the standards of training and fitness for all police officers to ensure they are equipped to handle the challenges they face. The discussion also touches on the influence of political pressure on policing. Donaldson notes that senior officers often feel compelled to respond to political demands, which can lead to inconsistencies in policing practices. He argues that this pressure can undermine the effectiveness of the police and create a culture of fear among officers who are concerned about their careers. He emphasizes the need for police leadership to prioritize the safety and well-being of their officers while maintaining a commitment to public service. Donaldson believes that a balanced approach to policing, which includes accountability and transparency, is essential for rebuilding public trust.